We are here with HOD sir of Civil Department, and we are taking this interview about entrepreneurship. Sir, our first question is that what is the importance of entrepreneur or entrepreneurship in modern India? Why do we need an entrepreneur?
So far, my understanding goes about this is any person who has the capacity to take initiative, to establish himself at their own, who has a power to create, who has a capability to create something for the progress and living of mankind as a society, for improvement of society as a whole. So that is called entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship, what we say. And that thing is required at every level. Like we have done several projects in government. Here government is also interested in some of the entrepreneurs in various fields, like development of roads,
Yes,
hospitals and educational, even in educational area also we are looking forward for such company or such a group of persons who can take some challenge. So that is quite importance. It is full of importance. There is nothing to talk about whether it is important or not, because they manage themselves. They are all the funding are done at their level, planning is done at their level, and development is done at their level, and they also have the means to recover the amount which is invested towards any project. So in our present system, when only the public organization cannot take all the challenges, cannot meet all the requirement of entire 125 crore people at their own. That's why we need some entrepreneur to do something for the society, rather a lot of things for the society.
Okay, so learning from you told us, so we found it quite vital, like an entrepreneur is really vital for our society.
Yes.
So why the scenario is that the youngest means the whole young generation of our society is focused on job? Means where is the problem lying? Like
they are not ready to take risks. They are not ready to do something for the country. They simply want, okay, like I have enrolled in this course, I'll get out of this course, I'll do this job in the country, but they are not ready to start something new.
Is it the culture of
this is our cause of concern. That's what we keep on discussing throughout the day. When I find the young generation, particularly the young generation, not to take any challenge, not to take a step forward for any improvement, then it is really a discouraging situation for us. Generally our government and our leaders, we shout everywhere that in the years to come and even today, India is a young country.
Yes.
But what is the current position? I think our generation who is also responsible for this, because we have not been able to show them a proper path, or rather we tried to show but we failed to inculcate such things in their personality. Suppose today what you find, you are going, you travel on a road, you find that some of the autos come by this way, that way, or this gate, Jewel Bazaars, our institute's gate, in the morning time, you find what a chaos is there. Nobody is bothering about anyone, just they are trying to go ahead to just manage themselves. They are not at all bothered about the others' convenience. Even in the campus or while walking up stairs or down stairs, no one bothers who is coming, who is finding any trouble because of me to maneuver. If you are walking casually, just going aimlessly, just taking a stroll. If someone has to just blow horn, that situation should not be there, and that is the lacking. Day before yesterday, I was just going towards my residence. I found that some of the students, they must be the students, they were standing just at a T junction where we take a
Yes, sir.
left turn towards that. They were standing in at the intersection.
Okay.
All the traffic is coming from this side. Everybody was getting interrupted, and even the persons who travel by, they also do not bother to at least request them to take one. They should stand one at a proper place so that nobody finds any difficulty. So the trouble starts from there. It is not that we develop a big company, we raise a fund of big amount of fund. It is not that. It is that in every part, every steps of life, we think that we are not alone. We are just leading our life with a group. In a group, this is a family in which we live, and we must be able to show the proper path, and we must be able to accept also the other suggestions. Maybe we junior my students, if he has some good quality, I should have capability to digest it and follow even his suggestions or even his ways of life. And that is there available. So our objective is only to find for the quick solution. What else? Today I want a job. So people are bothered that how to reach there. Go on a metro station, you find number of youths coming with their bags going there, and everybody is earning only 15,000, 16,000, that's what, and somehow making their living so that they can survive with their girlfriends. They can take them to a pizza corner and picture. But their aim of life is confined to that. Only confined within that circle. So we must get rid of such notion. So that's the reason.
Yes.
Environment is like that.
So sir, is the spark to be generated within ourselves, or do we need to revise or categorize the system of our education? Basically, or means I would like to describe it as, do we need to aware people about the benefits of taking risk as an entrepreneur, or do we need to get them prepared to seek a job? That's it. Like
you see, it is just like charity begins at home. When you just use a very good sentence in the first of the week, you spark this thing.
Exactly.
It should come from your inner. We should start behaving like that. We should mend our ways so that people follow us. Of course, job is our requirement. Everybody needs money to survive, but that should not be the end of our goal, end of journey. That should not be the end of our journey.
so if there is MBA so well settled in our society, why not entrepreneurship as a course in our society yet? And how do you see that? How far is the possibility that we will have entrepreneurship as a main subject, as a main course in our society?
You see, directly or indirectly, it is already in your course. If I am a civil engineer, so no one will come to tell me that I am a civil engineer. The moment the day I started my study as a civil engineer, I should develop such a vision, engineering vision, to look around me, all the construction, what is the behavior of the structure, how that thing is done. So even in MBA, whatever the syllabus they are being taught, it does not mention directly that you are the entrepreneur and you have to do that, but the entire syllabus is based on that only.
You are right at that point.
Based on that only. So you must be able to appreciate the theme of your syllabus.
Exactly.
And you can say that what indication of my syllabus is given. Suppose this book is there, this civil engineering, structural analysis. We are writing, you must have read, if you are from a mechanical engineering, you just must have drawn one beam. This is suppose this is a beam. Is it a beam? Can a straight line be a beam? But we are getting 80%, 90% marks based on that only. So that thing we should, from the day we started our education, that we should, our education should be field oriented, and even our teachers should say, and if he is not telling, we should put such questions to the teachers or just appreciate them. 10-meter span, suppose somebody says, nobody shall come to tell me that what will be the length of 10 meter. I should have the capacity to just that this to this point is 10 meters. And that's the point where we lag.
Yes. So secondly,
so our approach is erroneous, rather faulty.
yes. Okay.
We just, if 10-meter span and we get marks 80%, we think that everything, our job is done.
We have to analyze.
Analyze. And that analytical skill we should inculcate within ourselves. Even if we are not doing it, it is the part of our educational institute. It is the duty of our educational institute.
Sir, I would like to ask that most of the students, they don't know much about entrepreneurship. Even if some students do, very few students, they do know what is entrepreneurship. They also have an idea that I will do a business of this kind, or I have a great business idea like this. But they are not able to implement. They don't know how to start even. So how can these students be helped?
If you talk to me, I will say that even I do not know this word stands for, and what is the actual definition of this thing.
Okay.
Because when we were students and we started, like this word was not exist. But I have dealt with several, I have done many projects on the basis of this BOT project, design, build and operate, and number of projects. So it is just not, in my opinion, it is not a thing to be taught in the syllabus.
Yes.
Anything taking initiative towards a leap forward towards betterment, based on, even if you find that the path is difficult, I have this trouble, these are the bottlenecks when I start moving towards this. I should have my capability to resolve those bottlenecks. And that's what entrepreneurship is this. Entrepreneurship is this.
Sure, sir.
And people do not know because they don't like to take any initiative.
Yes.
Sir, on this point, I have a doubt actually. So you said that entrepreneurship, as per you, should not be in the syllabus. Or am I wrong?
Just, it's not that I am telling that if it is there in the syllabus, to remove it.
Okay.
Actually, it must be in the syllabus. It is not the things that bringing out in the keeping this in syllabus and including this syllabus will necessarily do that. It will necessarily do that. I have a number of my colleagues in the government. They have developed their own firms. They had this tendency, they have will to do something. They did not have any money. What they started coaching institute, trying to coach the students for IIT and HOD, and from there lakhs. Then they had started one big firm, and now they are playing in thousands of crores. Thousands of crores, and 500 people are employed within that firm.
So you are basically...
They did not go through this syllabus.
Yes, of course.
So, of course, your syllabus will help, but even it is not in your syllabus, if you want, you can develop it at your own. That much confidence you Must have.
But they obviously would have spent the most vital part of their life building up the capital for themselves, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
So,
No doubt about
if
it.
in case,
Even if you are an illiterate person, you must have some capability.
exactly. If in case I, as a second year student, if I think to start today, and if I have ideas, if I get support from my teachers, if I get guidance, then would that not be beneficial for me to establish as an entrepreneur or as a businessman?
Definitely.
So,
Definitely it will be there. But at the same time, you should have urge.
Yes.
You should have urge from inside.
exactly.
You should have determination from that inside. It is just like in your class, everybody is not getting the highest percentage.
Yes.
You have number of students there, but 3 people have come here. Why? That is the difference. That makes the difference.
They are saying that it is a quality that one develops by himself.
Yes.
Nobody can teach him, nobody can
No.
urge him. So
That teaching just adds to that.
oh, yes.
Teaching will substantiate that quality, increase that, improve that quality. Of course, if only teaching can do something, but at some point of time, that inspiration, that urge from inside, that alignment from this side must be there, inside must be
Yes,
there.
that is vital for everything.
And that is the difference. Is in a class, one person is getting 90%, other getting 5 bags.
Yes, sir.
So we understood from this interview that one does not need a syllabus to understand what is entrepreneurship. One does not need a teaching that one person is coming and is teaching you entrepreneurship. If you have a business idea, then you should cultivate a culture.
Cultivate that
Yes.
idea must, and you must be positive in your about your failure, only positive and step forward.
Optimistic
Yes,
approach.
optimistic. Yes, please.
So my point was just I have a last one. For such a great population to enhance with different things, to raise even a single person can contribute greatly to the country. So for the enhancement of the whole country as such, we obviously need some exposure to get into entrepreneurship. Why am I focusing on entrepreneurship is that we have seen the scenario of jobs, recession comes, people get fired from their jobs, they are they have pitiful situations at their home. So entrepreneurship, though it's risky, but I personally would like to learn from you that how, if not in curriculum of the syllabus, then how should we make the exposure for the students that entrepreneurship is a great opportunity that people should obviously step into. How can we make that awareness?
First of all, risk type of words. This should not be taken as a negativism.
Exactly.
Risk is a positive thing.
Yes, sir.
Risk just prepares yourself, it strengthens your will. Again, what your question was that you apprehensive question. Because we are apprehensive about the bottlenecks, we are apprehensive about the difficulties in the way of. You see, Chai Wala has become Prime Minister in our country.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So, do we need any answer for this thing? I don't think so. That willpower is there. Just we have to do this, and especially our young generation must
They
do
have
this.
to step
Yes,
forward,
yes.
take an initiative.
Step forward, have a focused approach, with determined approach. Determination must be a strong determination, focused approach, and no fear.
Any guidance for us?
Sir, how
That's
can
what?
sir,
Any guidance for
sir,
us?
if you have any suggestion that we have created an e-cell, entrepreneurship cell in our college, so how can we, what efforts do we need to take so that we can make students aware that you should come, you should see, you should explore this option also. Yes, you are going for jobs, but you should explore
You
entrepreneurship.
just be a good observer, develop a visualizing power. What is the environment? What my friends, my students want? What is their attitude? And how that can be oriented to us.
So that's it. Yes, sir.
So a calm and peaceful thought is required. Patience is required.
Yes, coach.
patience is required. It's not that in a day it can be done. No, nothing can be done. But it must be done, and it can be done, and it will be done if you have that much of determination.
Yes. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your precious time. For your precious